Hey guys, Mike Loves Nature here, and today I'm going to talk to you about breeding bearded dragons. The way they breed is the female will do submissive head bobbing, the male will do aggressive head bobbing, then the male will proceed to run over to the female and bite the back of her head. This is perfectly normal and perfectly fine. It looks alarming at first, but it is perfectly okay. If the male is biting any part of her body besides the back of her head, and the female is biting any part of him, you'll want to separate. They don't always breed, so when you put them together, if they're not reacting, it's not a big deal. That's why you keep them together for a week and just keep an eye on them. Always supervise until you know that they're actually okay with each other. The way a lot of people do breeding is they separate their bearded dragons for a week, put them together for a week, they repeat that 2 or 3 times or until she starts losing interest, and then they keep them separated until she lays her eggs. So I've got this board set up that I usually use to keep them separated when she's getting ready to lay her eggs, but she's been 5 days since she laid her eggs, so it's usually recommended you wait 3 to 5, so I waited the most amount of time, tried to feed her a lot, help her get her strength back up. So one thing I didn't mention before is when bearded dragons enter their breeding season, they lay up to 2 to 3 clutches. And we're currently at 2 clutches for Zen, so we're still hoping for the 3rd. So this is what male bearded dragon breeding behavior looks like. Cue head bob montage. And this is what female breeding behavior looks like. Notice it's a lot slower and more submissive. So when you put your bearded dragons together, don't be surprised if they don't immediately react. This is how our first meeting went with our bearded dragons. Where's he going? Oh, without further ado, let's see how they react to seeing each other again after a good couple of weeks. Okay. Eye contact is made.
Activity. Giggity giggity. She licked him.
This is parsley from the garden, and he is gone. He doesn't want no parsley.
Oh wow. Right into his little home there.
Did you scare him away?
She came on too strong with that lick.
I think she's nodding at him. She wants him.
You want the cuddles?
Did you miss him? So we've had them together quite often. They have yet to show any signs of hurting each other every time I come and check them out. She's usually laying on him or he's laying on her. They're just kind of sitting in one of the bulbs. They often stay together, which I think is pretty cute. So I have yet to have to do anything about separating them, but you can definitely run into issues keeping bearded dragons together, so it's not something I would recommend. You have fresh parsley and eat the crunchy leaf.
She's like me, she likes it burnt.
Think this one better? More on their fun activities later.